Hey everyone, today we are going to discuss regarding n8n, how we can automate most of our jobs. So let's dive deep into this one. So n8n is a AI automation software which uses fair code license. So what fair code license means is like we can use it freely in our local. To get into more details, you can go into faircode.io. So n8n uses this license, so which means we can install n8n in our local machine. So just we can go to docs, self-host n8n. There I'm using Docker installation. So you can follow this installation steps, which are pretty straightforward. You need Docker desktop to install this one. So you can just follow these commands and yeah, simply you can run n8n in your local. So I've already executed these steps in my local. So let me spin up my application. So let me open terminal. So I'm gonna use back search Docker. So I'm executing this one. So these are pretty straightforward steps similar to this one. And yeah, once this is executed, you can see this link where you can access n8n in your local. So let me directly open this one. So yeah, see, this is how the dashboard looks like. So we are gonna create a new workflow to automate one of our job. Let's say there is an HR in our company and they want to send an emails based on let's say appraisal emails. So simply they can do what they can do is they can upload an CSV file and they can just click, they can schedule or they can click execute manually what however they needed. We have multiple ways to trigger the job, or when we want to upload a file directly it can trigger that one as well. So I've already created a file, let me show. So this is the file which I've created, CSV file, which has name, email, and this is my name and my email ID, email ID, right? So yeah, whenever I click execute, I want to send a email to this particular email addresses. So let's create a new workflow. So the first step is we are using a CSV file, right? So we want to read local files. So read files. So read files from disk. Okay. Now here comes the tricky part. We are using Docker desktop, right? So whatever file we have created in our local, we have to mount that file as well. So to do that, we are using this volume. So what it means is point this desktop folder to files in Docker. So in Docker, within this files folder, all our desktop files will be pointed. So what we can simply do is files slash, the file name is n8n data.csv. So n8n data.csv. That's it. You can execute this one to see. Yeah, we can see the data here. Okay, we can click on view or we can click on table. So this is the file information, right? So after that, let me click on Control S to save it, escape to close this one. Okay. Now we have binary file. Now we have to convert this binary file to JSON. So convert, there is extract from file which converts binary data to JSON. We are using CSV. but there are many ways you can achieve. So extract from CSV. I'm using the data as field. So execute step. Here is the input data. This is the settings which we want to configure. Like we can always toggle on this setting to always show output data. Once we click on execute, we get the data from the CSV file. So right, I can see my data. I can click save, which is fine. Once this is done, we want to send an email, right? So for that one, we can go to Gmail. We can add Gmail, send a message. So here we have to configure our Gmail account. Okay. So to configure our Gmail account, we need to go to Google Console. You can follow the steps mentioned in this document. It is pretty straightforward. You have to create a console project and you have to enable APIs. Like you have to go to enable API section where you can get your client ID and secret token to use this application. And note, if you are getting any error that needs to validate, like your domain needs to be validated, you can go to authorized like test users and add your test users. I can quickly show uh, that settings. So you can go to audience. You can add your email ID like test users. So uh, whenever we use this particular email, it treats as test user and it can help you to test your code. So yeah, I've already created my secret, so I won't be doing this step. So I'm already having this one. So here we can use JSON expressions. So simply we can click on JSON dot. This is the object we have. I want email ID, right? This is a send. So email. I can type out some message. JSON dot. We want to access our name. Congratulations on your promotion. Thanks for snip dev. We can just type out one message and we can click save. And that's it. We are done. What we can do is we can execute, we can give the subject. So we have to give the subject, it is required field, n8n automation demo. So once we execute this step, it will show us the output. So let's see if we got that address email. So let me open this email and we can see this one, right? Hi code snip, how are you? Congratulations on your promotion. This is how we can automate. So these are benefits. Like it literally took me 10 minutes to do entire process, and many people like HRs or anyone who want to automate, they can take leverage of this one and they can simply upload their Excel and send an email